It's 1542 on the 5th of November 2025. In the choppy waters of the Taiwan Strait, the USS Higgins tracks a hard return sliding across the centerline. Alarms hammer the passageways. Sailors snap on vests, clip in, and run. In CIC, scopes brighten. A planned destroyer, CNS Weinan, sprinting 28-29 knots. Angle constant, distance falling. The bridge calls steady course and speed. Cameras and the orbiting MH-60R record everything. Then a harsh new tone fire control lock. The Hwinan's Type 346 amperes is on them. Higgins keeps calm. Weapons tight. Crew ready. Data flowing to 7th Fleet. The sea narrows to mad. Bearing drift. Closure rate 8 seconds if nobody yields. Spray lashes the bow. Steel shutters as engines hold. The Chinese ship edges across their nose. Only yards to spare, then kicks 4.7 degrees and slides off. No shots, no injuries, just a cold lesson in pressure. Higgins logs, radar spikes, video, and timelines. The gray water closes over the moment, but every sailor feels how close it came. The Taiwan Strait isn't just a line on a map, it's one of the world's busiest lifelines. Every day, cargo ships move chips, fuel, and raw materials that keep cities running from Los Angeles to Manila. The USS Higgins sails here to keep those lanes open, a routine called freedom of navigation. But nothing feels routine when another nation's destroyer closes within 2 football fields at combat speed. For the crew, this mission isn't about speeches or headlines. It's about discipline, nerves, and trust. Each sailor knows the unspoken rule. Don't blink first. The Hwinan's bridge crew knows it too. That's the gray zone push hard enough to rattle the other side, never so hard that a shot is fired. The sea looks calm. Underneath, it's a duel of will and timing. Sensors knit the picture together. Spy 6 tracks bearings. The MH-60R beams back FLIR video, and watchstanders call out drift in plain words so no one guesses. A fire control tone means the other ship isn't just looking, it's measuring. The Higgins keeps coal regs in mind and holds a predictable track along the informal centerline because predictability lowers the risk of a bad read. One wrong helm order turns tension into tragedy. Stakes ripple far beyond the wake. If these lanes choke, insurers raise rates. Ships slow down, shelves thin out, and factories wait for parts. Allies in Tokyo, Manila, and Taipei watch the tape and judge American resolve. Commanders in Yokosuka study every second to refine orders for the next transit. And now, the question is yours if you were on that deck. Would you hold your course or turn away? Hit 1 if you'd stand firm, 9 if you'd break contact. Let's see how you'd face the gray zone. 1547 hours. The moment stretches. The Higgins holds steady, slicing gray water under a sky the same color. On radar, the Hwinan shifts angle again 4.5 degrees toward the American ship. The XO doesn't raise his voice. Maintain course. Calm is the weapon now. Every sailor's movement is deliberate, tight, drilled. The Combat Information Center buzzes with clipped voices. Range 180 yards closing. Copy, visual confirmed. On the flight deck, the MH-60R hovers low, its camera trained on the Chinese destroyer's bow. Zoom in clearly visible. Gun mounts uncovered. Radar dish turning at full speed. The Type 346 amperes pulses brighter than before, locking in and out like a heartbeat. Commander Dawson steps closer to the con. Record everything, all channels. The digital warfare officer logs the spikes, converts them into evidence packets. In Yokosuka, 7th Fleet is already watching live telemetry. The goal isn't to fight, it's to document, to prove professionalism in the face of provocation. Every detail matters when the headlines come. Then, over the comms. Hwinan altering speed 29 knots. The ship surges forward, water peeling off its bow in twin white curls. A warning horn echoes from Higgins, a low measured blast under Colreg rules. For a heartbeat, both ships ride the same course, less than 200 meters apart. Inside the bridge, tension hums in the air. Sailors glance at digital timers counting closure rate. Every 4 seconds, the separation changes by meters, not yards. A petty officer whispers, "This is as close as it gets without firing." Dawson hears it and smiles without humor. Then we stay right here. To an outsider, it's silence. To the crew, it's noise, radar chirps, turbines, heartbeat, and headsets. The US Navy calls this freedom of navigation. The Chinese Navy calls it defense of sovereignty. Both ships call it Tuesday. 6 minutes pass like 6 hours. The Huainan finally banks 4.7 degrees to port, bow slicing away. The radar tone fades. The sea exhales. On Higgins, no one cheers. They just breathe. Because every calm moment here could be the last one before the next gray encounter. The Huainan might have turned away, but not far. On radar, her echo lingers, looping back like a shadow. The Higgins holds position, logging every sweep. Dawn won't come for another hour, and the strait feels smaller in the dark. The crew keeps helmets on, fingers close to safety covers but not touching. The word is quiet. Stand by! On the flight deck, the MH-60R banks north, feeding a live feed of both ships into the command net. It spots a new contact smaller, faster, bearing southeast, maybe a fishing trawler. Maybe not. The data tags shift yellow. The gray zone loves that color. It means uncertain. Commander Dawson calls it out. Maintain radar shadow on Huainan, but watch the unknown. The digital warfare officer filters the feed, tightening parameters. The SPY-6 paints a clear return too clean for a civilian hull. A Type 922 amperes radar sweep flashes back from the mystery vessel. Another plan auxiliary. Maybe part of the same drill. The pattern is obvious now. Test the line, record the reaction, push again later. Inside the bridge, eyes stay on the horizon. The Huainan reappears off the port bow, pacing the Higgins again, now at just under 200 yards. No words on the radio, just the shared hum of engines. Every sailor knows what this means. They're trapped in an unspoken duel, one misstep away from headlines. The XO murmurs, "They're trying to box us in." Dawson nods once. Then we show them we know the game. Orders roll fast. Adjust 2 degrees starboard, hold speed 20. The move is surgical, small enough to keep rules, bold enough to signal control. The Huainan hesitates, matching pace, then shifts again. In CIC, data screens glow brighter. The MH-60R tracks altitude drops. The Huainan's deck gun realigns to fore position. Cameras zoom in, catching a crewman on deck waving, mocking, or signaling. No one can tell. The line between peace and provocation thins like mist. Each heartbeat aboard Higgins feels heavier. They've practiced for combat, but not for this endless tension. No release. In the gray zone, hesitation looks like weakness. Action looks like aggression. There's no manual for balance here. And that's where you come in. If you were the commander now outnumbered, boxed in, every move watched, would you keep course or break away? Hit 1 to hold firm, 9 to turn clear. Let's see how you'd play this silent battle of nerves. The radar picture shifts again, unexpected. A third contact appears, low and fast, slicing in from the east at 40 knots. Not a ship this time. Too small, too erratic. "Surface drone," the warfare officer calls. The bridge falls silent. The Huainan makes no move, almost daring Higgins to react first. Dawson's jaw tightens. Visual confirm. The MH-60R banks, infrared sensors locking on a black shape skipping over the waves. No lights, no transponder, barely above the waterline. The screen marks it. Unknown, unmanned craft. Its course straight for the gap between both destroyers. Range, 800 yards, closing fast. Every second cuts the distance in half. Dawson weighs his options. Fire a warning shot and risk escalation. Hold fire and risk collision. Deploy countermeasures. The order is crisp. Chaff pods burst from the Higgins, scattering metallic clouds across the radar field. The drone weaves, then steadies again. No signal link found. Autonomous mode. That means someone pre-programmed it to push the limit, just close enough to provoke. The MH-60R camera zooms tighter. The drone's hull bears faint Chinese markings, civilian cover, military intent. Dawson's voice lowers. This isn't training anymore. Within minutes, tension spikes fleet-wide. Yokosuka asks for updates. CNN flashes breaking headlines. US and China warships in near collision. Inside the Higgins, it's not politics, it's seconds. The drone cuts across Huainan's bow, then veers toward the American destroyer. 200 yards, someone shouts. The CIWS auto-tracks, but the commander overrides. Firing now means war. Dawson steadies his hand. Stand by, all stations, let it pass. It does, barely. The drone slashes through the wake, vanishes in the dark. No explosion, no confirmation. Just a silent message delivered. Both ships drift apart again. Radar, quiet but tension electric. Dawson exhales, voice low. They're testing our pulse. The drone's wake hasn't even settled when new echoes light the radar. 5, 6, then 10 blips, low and fast. Dawson leans in. Multiple small craft, inbound. The CIC fills with static radios, crackle with cross interference. On screen, wave-skimming signatures fan out from the Chinese coast. They're coming straight through our track, the XO says. No response from Huainan. Her deck lights flash once, then dim. Condition 1, Dawson orders. The ship's lights shift red, doors seal. Weapons safed but ready. Down below, gunners prime the 127mm. CIWS mounts hum to life. The MH-60R banks low. Searchlights sweeping dark water then catches them. Fast boats, maybe converted civilian hulls, moving tight. No flags, no AIS, no navigation lights. One drifts close to Huainan, using her radar shadow to mask its profile. Recommend warning shot. The XO presses. Dawson shakes his head. Negative. They want that headline. The bridge crew stays silent, tension crawling like heat along the deck. A burst of spray erupts off the starboard bow. One of the fast craft swerves, nearly colliding. Then, a flash of light from the distance. A flare. Not a weapon, but every instinct screams otherwise. Alarms blare. Track 4 accelerating, someone calls. The CIWS snaps toward the movement, barrels rotating. Dawson steps forward. Hold fire! The order echoes, but the line between restraint and survival has never felt thinner. Seconds drag. The unknown vessels veer away, racing back east. The Huainan doesn't pursue. For a moment, the sea holds its breath. Then, one last contact bursts from the clutter, a drone or buoy, impossible to tell. It cuts across Higgins' bow at insane speed, missing by 20 yards. The hull shudders under its wake. Every sailor flinches. Impact negative, someone yells. The commander exhales slowly. Secure from condition 1. Log everything. The gray sea calms again, but nobody relaxes. They know this wasn't chaos, it was choreography. Each near miss, each flare, each echo meant to push them closer to the edge. Dawson grips the railing, eyes on the fading blip. Next time, he says quietly, it won't be a drone. By sunrise, the strait looks calm again, gray, wide, and deceptively quiet. On board the Higgins, sailors sip cold coffee and replay the night in their heads. 6 minutes of near contact, a drone's pass within seconds, and a dozen small boats cutting the sea to ribbons. Nothing fired, nothing sunk, yet every man and woman aboard knows what it meant. Reports flow to 7th Fleet. Satellite feeds confirm the Huainan is heading north, her escort craft vanishing into the haze. On paper, it's a non-incident. In reality, it's another brick in the slow, grinding wall between two superpowers. The US calls it freedom of navigation. China calls it territorial defense. The rest of the world calls it a countdown. Dawson writes his log. Time, distance, bearings, radar spikes. The data will feed into simulations and briefings, the kind that shape next year's rules of engagement. He signs it, then pauses. The lesson isn't technical, it's human. One wrong tone on the radio, one nervous twitch on a trigger, and the world wakes up to headlines no one can walk back. The crew moves through quiet routines, cleaning decks, running checks, resetting systems. No one says good job. They all know that survival here isn't victory, it's maintenance of balance. The gray zone isn't about who wins, but who blinks last. Across the horizon, Huainan's faint radar signature flickers one last time, then disappears. Dawson watches the blank scope. "They'll be back," he mutters. Next time, closer. The sea gives no answer, just the slow, even rhythm of waves against steel. For now, the Higgins turns west, engine steady, wake trailing white over the gray water. The mission report will say, "No engagement," but history will remember how close it came. If you think the Higgins did right by holding the line, hit 1. If you believe Dawson should have fired to send a message, hit 9. Because in this new kind of warfare, every decision, yours included, draws the next line in the gray.